American pilots call it going kinetic, the moment they release their bombs or rockets on a target. This strike, ordered by a German commander on the ground, killed up to 142 people, many of them civilians. It was in their area of operations around Kunduz in the north of Afghanistan. The political repercussions are still being felt in Berlin today. This cockpit video was taken from two F-15s above the site last September. The voices of the pilots have been removed, but one of them has revealed yet more damaging details to NATO investigators. Known only by the nickname Dude 15, he told them, "I had an uneasy feeling about everything. Both of us could tell the ground commander was really pushing to go kinetic." The bombing took place after the Taliban hijacked two tanker trucks full of fuel. They got stuck trying to cross the Kunduz River. Civilians soon gathered on the sandbank to help themselves to the gasoline. The pilots repeatedly suggested they fly low overhead to frighten them away. But this answer came back from the German commanders on the ground. "Negative. I want you to strike directly." But the German commanders had withheld vital information from the American F-15 pilots, which, had they known, might have led them to refuse to drop their deadly payload. A classified NATO report into the incident says the German army knew by the time of the bombing that at least one of the drivers of the hijacked tankers was still alive and at the scene. But many more civilians were actually at the site. They came from the village of witheld. When Al Jazeera returned there this week, we found its mud lanes full of orphans and despair. My brothers also went there. We heard the bombs. I lost them. The Taliban took our tractor and forced us to go with them. I lost my brother, 3 uncles, and 2 of my cousins. I lost 6 men from my family. 3 of them were my sons. I have 7 grandchildren. We are in a desperate situation. We have nothing left but our memories. We cry for them, and the children cry for food. The bulk of combat missions are flown from the American airbase of Bagram outside Kabul. A new tactical directive issued shortly before the Kunduz attack gave the so-called Joint Terminal Attack Controllers, who direct the aircraft from a forward position, new rules to limit civilian casualties. The directive was clearly ignored by the German commanders. This leaked assessment, signed by the commander of the US forces in Afghanistan, General Stanley McChrystal, was sent to the Defense Secretary Robert Gates on August the 30th, just 4 days before the attack. The general writes, "We run the risk of strategic defeat by pursuing tactical wins that cause civilian casualties or unnecessary collateral damage. The insurgents cannot defeat us militarily, but we can defeat ourselves." Later in the document he says, a revised tactical directive was issued to all troops in theatre on the 1st of July 2009, which clearly described how and when lethal force should be used. These latest revelations could add to the sense of shock the country already feels about the civilian casualties caused by what their Chancellor still describes as a humanitarian mission. David Chater, Al Jazeera, Kabul.